Hey guys, gals, and pals, welcome to Kyle is Famous. Kelsey Easter here. I have played this game a little bit, but I only started playing it because I saw that my dad was playing it, and it looked so funny. So I played a couple innings. I might have played like 5 or 6, but I really wanted to share it, so... Even though he's doing it on his channel, I'm doing it on mine too. So, because it's really funny. I don't know. It's so freaking hilarious. Anyway, we're going to start it out like I haven't done any of it. Kyle wakes up. He is famous. Kyle is the host of the most popular talk show in recent memory, Stay Up Late with Kyle. Stay Up Late with Kyle has grown in popularity quick in the last year and the public has noticed. Inside has called Kyle a most excellent, dumpy white man. Top Tech noted that Kyle is inspiring youth to explore STEM fields. Most other talk shows are dedicated to discussing Kyle and his personal details. Most online videos are best of clips taken from Kyle's latest broadcast. The eye of the world is upon Kyle. Tonight is Kyle's most important guest interview yet. Stay Up Late with Kyle will be featuring Rachel May. She is a kind and lovely philanthropist. She is dear to the hearts of the many. This interview requires preparation. Kyle cracked his eyes open, knowing today is his last chance to prepare for the interview. Kyle has 30 hours left. He must choose his actions wisely. Start preparing. Kyle's first decision of the morning was made wisely. Okay, so, as you can see here, I have a cell phone. I got that by going to the tech store, which I can actually show you. Let's go to the tech store and get a cell phone. So I just exited the bed. Kyle exited his bed and took a quick glance around his bedroom. We're going to exit bedroom to hallway. We're going to leave the apartment and visit the tech store. Kyle walked out into the middle of the road and took a long pondering look around him. Oh, I can't. So basically, I went up to the... one of the workers here, and I was like, hey, give me a sample. And he's like, I don't have anything for you. I said, please give me a sample. That's basically what happened. So Kyle walked in a clean white tech store. He was greeted by Techno Jim, an elaborate cutout mascot with flashing lights. Oh, I can give her a review of free sample. This phone, said Kyle, is several years old and has exposed wires coming out the back. Kyle continued, the phone also has had screen issues after I used it to hammer nails into the wall for a painting. Furthermore, when I submerge it in water, I get severely shocked until it runs out of battery. I haven't read that. The attendant looked at Kyle, pursed his lips, and said nothing. Feeling he had made his argument, Kyle decided to leave. Okay. Kyle walked out into the middle of the road and took a long pondering look around him. Okay, we're going to go back to the apartment. And we're going to go about this like a normal interview, okay? So, I'm going to move to the kitchen. Kyle walked to the center of the kitchen. I'm going to open the fridge. Kyle opened the fridge intending to find something to eat. Prepare breakfast. Kyle constructed a breakfast of poached eggs and toast along with a small fruit cup and grilled sausage. Eat. Kyle ate his breakfast slowly and thoughtfully, enjoying every bite. He felt refreshed. What was that? Was he eating bones? What? I usually play with like something else playing in the background, so I never really heard the sounds. But geez. Wow. Kyle walked to the center of the kitchen. Return to hallway. We're gonna go to my bedroom. Kyle returned to the center of the bedroom. Open closet. It was dark and he could only really see his hanging shirts. Why is that red? I never really thought about it, but it is red. Choose an outfit. Suit of armor, slick suit. Chasing. Okay, I'm gonna do slick suit because that seems like the easiest. Kyle miraculously crammed his dumpy body into the suit. The chest pockets were filled with random knickknacks. Okay. Sit at desk. Kyle made his way over to his desk and sat down. Write notes for interview. Kyle wrote down his first question. Are you a mother? Am I a mother? Or is your mother a mother? Are you a mother? Okay, wrote down a second question. What are some diet tips? Beef mashed or blended? Ever eaten a raw egg whole? What are some diet tips? Wrote down his third question. What's your funniest story? I'm just going to go with that one. And Kyle wrote down his last question. What's your guiltiest pleasure? Do you feel guilty? And are you guilty? Okay. Kyle ripped his page of notes out of the notebook and got up from the desk. Okay. Well, I only have 1 hour left, so checking desk drawer. Opened up the side drawer of his desk and grabbed one of the items stored there. Oh, there's a flashlight. Interesting. I could only see the hanging shirts. Okay, I'm gonna keep that in mind because I'm gonna play a couple of these in a row, just for this one video. Sitting across from his host chair was a glamorous woman with an air of genuity. Okay, as Kyle approached her, Rachel looked up and smiled. Approach Rachel. Good evening, Kyle, she said, looking him in the eyes. I've been looking forward to being here. Kyle responded. Scream and spin in circles. I'm going to answer politely. And I as well, Rachel, answered Kyle, extending his hand and greeting. You are a most welcome guest. Shake hands. After his mild exchange of pleasantries, Kyle and Rachel were prompted to take their places for the broadcast. A moment after seating, the studio lights brightened and the cameras clicked on. Start broadcast. Good evening, everyone, said Kyle, looking at the camera. Welcome back to Stay Up Late with Kyle, introduced Rachel. Tonight, I have the pleasure of interviewing the lovely Rachel May, who needs no more introduction. Kyle motioned to Rachel, who smiled and waved at the camera. Hello, Kyle, she said. I'm glad to be here. Well, I'm sure we'll have a lot to discuss, so we might as well dive right in, said Kyle. I'm very ready, said Rachel with a winning smile. Kyle produced the notes he had taken earlier. So what are some diet tips? Rachel, you meant to keep such a thin and healthy figure, said Kyle. What is your best diet tip? Well, a good diet starts with a plan, answered Rachel, and don't break it. Cheat days can turn into a habit. But, she continued, that doesn't mean a midnight snack here and there isn't allowed. She smiled. Isn't that cheating? Isn't that literally like the definition of cheating? Kyle looked at his flabby self, decided not to comment, and moved on. Okay, Kyle asked another question. What's your funniest story? You've been involved in a lot of different things, said Kyle, but what's your funniest story? Well, that's a great question, Kyle, said Rachel. I think the story I always remembered is the first time I tried to make dinner for my family. In the soup I made, I swapped out the water with milk and tipped the whole jar of salt into the pot. Ew. While my family was sick from trying to eat it, I swiped their things and locked myself in my room. Okay. Rachel laughed elegantly. Kyle decided to move on. Kyle asked another question. What's your guilty pleasure? We all have one. What's your guilty pleasure? Ooh, well, that's an easy answer, said Rachel. Dipping pickles in chocolate sauce. It might sound strange, but it's tangy and sweet at the same time. I eat it far too often. Rachel smiled sweetly. Kyle asked another question. Are you a mother? Rachel, I and many others would love to know, are you a mother? Kyle looked up from his notes. Well, being a single woman with a career, she answered, that's not something that has crossed my mind. Rachel smiled genuinely at Kyle. Very reasonable indeed, said Kyle. He referenced his paper of questions. After reading his final question, Kyle looked up from his paper. Well, Rachel, he said, I think that's all I was planning on asking you. If that's the case, Kyle, may I ask you something in return? Asked Rachel, smiling one more time. Do you prepare for your interviews in advance? Because you seem very together. Before Kyle could answer, the camera shut down. The broadcast was over. Kyle returned home knowing the interview had gone well. But as he lay in bed and drifted to sleep, he felt that perhaps something was still missing. Kyle prepared very well. Have I not done that ending before? I don't remember having that many endings. Well, Kyle prepared very well. We're going to go again. Okay, so Kyle's first decision of the morning was made wisely. So I'm going to grab that flashlight. But it probably doesn't have batteries. Well, we'll see. Exit the bed. Okay, Kyle exits his bed, took a glance around his bedroom. Okay, sit at desk. We're gonna check in desk drawer, side drawer on his desk, and grab one of the items stored there. Flashlight. Kyle grabbed the flashlight, but after jiggling the switch, he found out it was out of batteries. I saw something. I saw it for a second there. A sword had changed. So Kyle opened up the side drawer of his desk and grabbed one of the items there. A sword had changed. Okay, so I have change and a flashlight. Can I buy batteries at the tech store? Exit bedroom to hallway. I'm going to leave the apartment. Walked out into the middle of the road. Took a long wandering look around him. Visit tech store. Buy batteries with change. Kyle walked into the clean white tech store. He was greeted by Techno Jim, an elaborate cutout mascot with flashing lights. Buy batteries with change. Kyle counted out $1.98 in pennies and nickels and traded for a small packet of batteries. Insert into flashlight. Kyle crammed the batteries into his flashlight. Oh, I'm getting somewhere. I haven't done this before. Kyle crammed the batteries into his flashlight. Okay. Kyle walked into the clean white tech store. Okay, so I'm going to return to street. I'm going to go back to my apartment and the bedroom. I'm going to open the closet. Okay, so Kyle opened the closet. It was dark and he could only really see his hanging shirts. Inspect with flashlight. Shined his flashlight into his moist cave-like closet that had not seen light in years. Oh, what? After several minutes of searching around with the light, Kyle saw something unusual in the back. A small metal box with a large red button in the back stamped with a travel time label. A small metal box with a large button sat in the back stamped with a travel time label. What a travel time. Kyle, bored of the situation, mashed the button, hardly reading the label above. The box hummed and shook. The outside metal grew hot and slowly curved in on itself. In a moment, it was early in the morning. Kyle had gained several hours of preparation time. What? 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 Did I just start over? Wait. What? I guess I'm gonna put on skunk pasties. I don't know. Because the pasties made out of mashed skunk flesh. Ew! Oh. Getting the slimy garments to stay proved difficult, so Kyle opted to stick them to his body with a hot glue. What just happened? What? What is that? What does that mean? Is that skunk pasties? What does that mean? I don't know. Okay. There's a locked door. Well, if it's locked, I assume I can't get in, so I'm not even going to try it. I go to the kitchen, I guess? Kyle walked to the center of the kitchen. A check pantry? Wanted to access the pantry, but found it was locked with a small keyhole. Okay. Open fridge. Kyle opened the fridge intending to find something to eat. Ew, eat crust on fridge wall. Eat the fridge and eat condiments or prepare bread. Okay, I'm just going to do normal breakfast again. Ugh. God, stop. Ugh. Ugh. That makes my skin crawl. I don't like that sound. Turn to hallway. What? What? I just traveled in time. What do I do with this information? I don't know. Move to kitchen, return to bedroom. So, I'm going to leave the apartment. Return to apartment, visit tech store. I'm going to visit the tech store again. I saw that I can steal Techno Jim, so I think I'm going to do that. Quickly, before the attendant could acknowledge him, Kyle grabbed Techno Jim by the shoulders. Finding that Techno Jim's cardboard fever balled to the ground, Kyle started to pull upwards forcefully. After several tugs, Techno Jim broke free, leaving one foot and one leg behind. Kyle glanced at the attendant who was staring bewildered and ran outside. Continue with day. Kyle walked to the middle of the road, took a long, pondering look around him. We're gonna visit my neighbor. Kyle approached his downstairs neighbor's door and knocked. A middle-aged woman named Gabby answered the door. She looked at Kyle expectantly. I consume Gabby. I love this game. Okay. I don't want to eat her, because I actually do know what happens if you eat a bunch of crazy stuff. You just die, basically. Greet and start comment. I'm going to scream and spin. Slowly, Kyle started to swirl outside of Gabby's door. Arms outstretched. Slowly. I freaking love that. He tilted his neck upwards and let loose a long, passionate, and meaningful scream. As Kyle continued to spin, Gabby shut and locked her door, as she did every time Kyle screamed outside her door. How often does he do that, is the question. Eventually, Kyle ran out of breath and fell over. Okay. I guess we're gonna return to the apartment. I have nothing else to do, really. I'll just sit at the desk. Okay. More. Kyle hurried to the set. Sitting across from his host chair was a glamorous woman with an air of genuinity. As Kyle approached her, Rachel looked up and smiled. Oh. Oh, no. Good evening, Kyle, she said, looking him in the eyes. I've been looking forward to being here. I'm going to interview Techno Jim instead. Kyle roughly shoved Rachel out of her seat and placed Techno Jim in her stead. Whatever. Hello, Techno Jim, said Kyle. I'm going to interview you today. Kyle grasped Techno Jim's hand and tried to shake it, but instead tore it off the cardboard frame. I love this game. Kyle's producer, sensing viral media, pulled the bewildered Rachel out of frame and motioned to the crew to go live. Cameramen moved, lights flashed, and suddenly the studio was on air. Hi, I'm Kyle, said Kyle, and tonight I'm going to interview a very special guest. He pointed at Techno Jim using his dismembered arm. Techno Jim started to smoke from the heat of the lights. Would you like to introduce yourself? Asked Kyle. Knowing Jim would probably not speak, Kyle took it upon himself to be his voice as well. Hi, Kyle, he said, raising the pitch of his voice. My name is Rachel May, and I'm a very special guest. Rachel's expression of confusion turned to shock. Whoa, Rachel, you look way too thin. It's absolutely terrible, and you just feel ugly. Oh my god, Kyle is an asshole. Kyle gave Jim a meaningful stare. Wow, Kyle, he said. I'm sure wish I could look like you. Techno Jim burst into flames. Instantaneously, the sprinkler system initiated. Curtains of water poured down from the rafters. Within seconds, the production equipment was doused in water. The set was soon abuzz with electrical fires. Wow. Kyle's crew abandoned their posts as cameramen and sound mixers to try to put the fires out. As the crew skirmished around, the cameras continued to run. Kyle sat, motionless, staring forward. Eventually, the fires were all put out. Kyle's producer shut off the broadcast, leaving Kyle's vacant stare as the final frame. Kyle's ratings skyrocketed. Of course they did. That would be the best episode ever. Techno Jim became a staple on the show, often ending up destroyed by the end of each episode. Although Rachel did not come back on the show, her cardboard portrayal did. Rachel was very popular. Wow. Kyle interviewed Rachel. Okay. What? Oh, man. What's this? I'm kind of amazed by the time travel, because I time traveled. Interesting. Well, that's where I'm going to leave it here for now, because I wasn't expecting to try and travel, so that made it like 2 times as long as that one day. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that nonsense. And peace out.